and welcome to episode 11 of Master League Story Mode. Now, before we get into our next game, which is away at Preston North End, we're going to hear a little bit from Tim Sherwood, who is in the pre-match press conference right now, and is talking about how the season is going so far to the assembled journalists. Hello, Tim. Rumour has it you've been having some issues with social media recently.
What do you mean?
Well, you recently signed up to Twitter, but been having a hard time getting your thoughts across. Why is this?
Lack of characters.
We've also heard there's been some issues with the toilet on the Blackburn team bus. Has this been difficult for you and your team?
It's for me. Hurts me. Listen, I ain't going to forget about this by the time we hit the motorway. Some might.
So, the last game, Everton in the FA Cup. Disappointed with the result?
Yeah. But on to the next, yeah. That's the nature of the game.
And finally, the abacuses at the club. Any thoughts on them?
There's a few I'd count on, there's a few I wouldn't.
Alright, cheers Timmy.
Cheers.
So what an insight, and what a man. What a legend of a man. And speaking of legends, I just want to refer you to the now 40 subscribers that this channel has. What a stand-up bunch of individuals you all are. Well done. Pat on the back to you all. Tim Sherwood salutes you. Should we get into the game? Preston North End? Shouldn't be too tricky. Let's see how we do. Quick look at Preston North End. They do have ex-Leeds Jermaine Beckford, who is a decent striker. They're playing 5 at the back, so that's could be potentially difficult to break down. Let's take a look at our team and our form. Everyone looking good. Solid all round. Well rested. Good form. Duffy's still injured, unfortunately, but other than that, we're looking pretty solid. So let's get into the game. So we're away in the league for the first time in a while. Up against Preston North End. They don't have a very strong team and they're playing 5 at the back. So I'm expecting them to be maybe playing a counter-attacking style. They are playing 2 up front, which means there should be a lot of space in the midfield for Guthrie and Veretout to exploit. And as we know, Veretout does not need much space to exploit. So give him that much and he will... No, what's the expression? Give him an inch and I'm sure Big Geordie will take a mile. So here we go. Let's see what we can do here. The geezer press has been very effective. Oh, that's a good ball through though. Oh, the ball's through to Beckford. Kilgallen. Oh, Kilgallen just putting enough pressure on Jermaine Beckford. But that is a bit of a warning shot there from Preston. Through to Beckford, who's a decent striker, but Kilgallen able to impose himself just about enough. Space to run into. Let's see if we can exploit the midfield here. We know there's going to be spaces. So this sort of interplay inside is probably not a bad idea. The ball through to Bakali. He's in space. Zakaria Bakali couldn't finish. Oh, chances already from both sides. And that was a big one. Oh, Evans in a little bit rashly there. Let's not start off the game with a yellow card. Oh, okay, no, let's start the game off with a yellow card. Evans, unnecessary. We've started at a very frantic pace here. Oh, dearie me. Kilgallen rises. Just about gets it, headers it into the floor. Guthrie out to Ng, who's been on real form recently. Oh, turns him with ease. Just about ships it out to Henley. He's got Rhodes inside. Ball to the near post, doesn't make it. Ng back to Guthrie. Nice ball from Ng, slips through Henley. Henley into Bakali. Ball doesn't go over the top. Balls to Evans, long shot, driven into the defender. But Veretout nicks it back. Veretout with the curler. It's tipped round the post by the Preston keeper. This looks like this could be an exciting game. We've already had a lot of chances. Evans' drive, knocked away by McCarthy. But Veretout nicks in, steals it back. And the curler is pipped round the post by the keeper. Whoa. Evans chests it towards Veretout. It doesn't make it, but Veretout's won it back. Veretout looks for the run of Ng. Nothing on. Oh, Guthrie does well. Ball into Henley. For the run of Rhodes. Ball along the floor. Bakali's in there and it's a simple finish. Great ball from Rhodes. He is underestimated, I think, as an assist merchant. He's had a large amount of assists this season, and this is a prime example. It's a great little run, ball through from Henley. Bakali gets himself in a good position at far post. And the low cross. Easy. Easy for collection. And Bakali off the mark. Mighty Mouse on the score sheet. So, we're off the mark early again. Could this be another rout? We're coming off the back of the disappointing FA Cup loss to Everton. Evans, no, please! Oh my God, what are you doing diving in like that when you're already on a yellow card? Luckily, the ref saw better than to give a second yellow, but that was probably not worth the risk with a goal up. Hanley very strongly in there. Can still get off his line quick enough. Kilkenny doesn't quite have the pace to get there. Kilgallen showing a unusual amount of pace there. Veretout sloppy though. Very sloppy. Ooh, this isn't looking great. Preston have got players in the box. Jermaine Beckford here. Takes it away from Hanley. Spur in really well. Guthrie, you've got men over here. Guthrie looks to release in G. Can he take it down? He can. Cuts back inside. Balls into Bakali. Oh, it's a good little ball that. Missed out the players in the middle. Saw the late run from Bakali. Veretout into Guthrie. Guthrie on his right foot. And it's number 2. A rare goal for Danny Guthrie. The midfield general. As we expected, a lot of space for the midfielders in this game. And Danny Guthrie happy to use that space to step up and finish neatly. In G, coming right in off his wing to nick the ball back into Veretout. Nice little turn. Spots his central midfield partner, Danny Guthrie. He opens up his body well, and that's 2-0. Veretout wins it back again. Inside to Rhodes. He's got the pace to take it round Huntington, he has. Bakali, can he slip away? Oh! Bakali really should have done better with that. Nothing came of it. And that's half time. Well, not a bad start. 2-0 away from home. It's been pretty straightforward, really. Couple of moments where it looked like Preston might have an opportunity, but Jermaine Beckford both times unable to pull anything out of the bag, and that's shown by the possession and the shot stats here. Nothing really happening for Preston at the moment. So it's unchanged here at the beginning of the second half. We might want to look to give Obulari a run out again, as we did last time that we were comfortably ahead in the game. We don't want to count our chickens quite yet, because a goal now from Preston would change the complexion of this game completely. Let's come out to Beckford. And there is the goal. There it is. Almost as if Jermaine heard me dissing him at the end of the first half, and then heard me saying that a goal would change the complexion of the game, because there is the goal. We massively switched off there. I was planning substitutions, to be honest. Kilgallen should have done better. Hanley looked like he had him under control. Rashly in there on Beckford, who was able to finish neatly with his left. Well, I'm not too concerned because we've had this game really under our control so far. But we don't really want to be giving away goals if possible. Can Bakali get on the end of that? He can't. Strong tackle from Kilgallen. Good ball into Veretout. Right foot shot from Veretout straight at the keeper. Let's hand it back to Kilgallen. To build something now. We don't want to see another goal from Preston. That would be really bad. Veretout finds that customary space between the midfielders. Right foot shot again straight at the keeper. That's not going to trouble him. Veretout has found the space once more, but he's not able to get in a shot with any real meaning. Great play by Hanley. Oh, he couldn't quite get it away, and now he's out of position. This could be dangerous here. The ball over the top to Doyle is decent. Henley's wrong side of his man. He can cut back in here. We could be in trouble. Steele takes it comfortably, though. That was exactly what we don't want to happen in this half. We're giving away a little bit too much, really. Bakali's decent. Can he get there? Oh, he went for the chip. It's a great tackle by the keeper. He's launched the break here for Preston. That was a bad tackle. Okay, we don't have quite the control over this game that I'd like. Guthrie looking for the run of Bakali. Gets ahead of his man. This is what we want to see. Inside to Rhodes. And, oh, it's off the post. Oof. That should have been 3-1. That's unfortunate. Good run from Bakali. What is that, Kilgallen? No! Shit! Shit, shit, shit. That was too easy. Sliced through us there. Kilgallen, an unnecessary slide there. He probably could have made it back. Hanley, I considered there sliding, but tried to give Steele the opportunity to save it, but he didn't. Okay, well this is actually quite concerning. 72 minutes on the clock. We do not want to be losing a game after going 2 up. Let's see what Veretout can do. The ball into Bakali. No! What are you doing, Zakaria? Although I know Veretout will be tired, I don't want to take him off because we need him so badly in this game. We do not want to end this with a draw or worse. Great play by Guthrie. Strong play. Releases NG. NG pops it over to Guthrie. Jordan Rhodes, and that's 3-2. Great play by Danny Guthrie. Swashbuckling play. He's been on a red in this game and it's really shown. He wins the ball back in his half and then does not stop. NG, lovely little chip ball over to him, and then he breaks into the box and he finds his old colleague Rhodes. And that's who you want to get the ball in that situation. Guthrie had just won the ball back there with a great powerful body tackle. And then he into the box, unselfishly, easy ball into Rhodes. Lovely little touch to take it away from the defender. And it's a calm, simple finish from the Flying Scotsman. Top scorer in the championship. And that's why, look at that. Just knocks it up with his right and then powers it past the keeper. So we should have this here, so we'll give Jordan a rest, give Obbie a chance, and let Coiter and Ben Marshall have a rare run out. Got 2 powerful players now in attacking midfield and up front. Coiter, a bit of a beast. Ulari, who's a massive beast. That's Coiter winning the ball back. Henley finds him. Oh, he's touch let him down. Ball in from Marshall to Ulari. Oh, he's hit it straight at the keeper there. That's unfortunate. The goal was gaping ahead of him. Ulari with his first chance of the game. It's a lovely little ball off his weak foot in from Marshall. Finds the big, strong Belgian. He takes it down really nicely. But powers it straight at the keeper. Guthrie whips in an out swinging ball. Coiter's there, gets his head on it. Fisted away. And G cleared off the line. Hanley, Evans. Timmy Spur here. Oh, it's got to be Coiter surely for his first goal of the season, and it is! Calamity in the box there for Preston. And Blackburn doubling their lead. The game looked like it could be in doubt, but the class of Blackburn this season has really shone through in these last 10 minutes. Putting the game out of reach. Travelling fans, very pleased. NG, switch wings here. Cross it back inside. Ball back from Marshall to Ulari. Would have done alright, but actually Coiter blocked his own player. Nicked it back, and then he's got so much time and space. Curl it past the keeper. It's his first goal of the season. Guthrie's been so strong in midfield. Doesn't stop at just winning the ball back, but he wants to then go forward with it as well. And he's won it back again. Ball in from Coiter to Ulari. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Ulari has had the chances. Great ball in from Coiter, who's been massive since coming on. Ulari goes to finish on his weaker foot. It's wayward. Obbie not really making any sort of argument for a first team place at the moment. He does tend to miss a lot of chances when he has come on. Ulari past the defender. Almost got his goal there. A few good chances. And that's the end of the game. Great game there from Blackburn. Went 2 goals up and then gave away 2 cheap goals. And the game looked to be in the balance. But then it was the Flying Scotsman Jordan Rhodes. And then a great first goal of the season for Coiter, who levelled it up. But look at that. Absolute dominance. 57% possession. 13 shots on target. 17 shots in total. That's unbelievable dominance. So great game. Good stuff. So Danny Guthrie, as we saw, definitely the man of the match. He had a great game. Winning the ball back. Scoring goals, assisting goals, did really well. Veretout didn't have his best game, but Carly missed a lot of chances. Jordan Rhodes scoring as usual, and Koita coming on and scoring as well. That's another win for Blackburn. We're still undefeated in the league, as are Hull City, our closest rivals. We're very close to them. In goal difference, we are still ahead. The Hull game and the Burnley game are going to be massive. But we're starting to pull away now from the pack a little bit. It's really those top three teams, Hull, Blackburn and Burnley, that look to be the leaders here. Okay, so we're up against MK Dons in this game, another away game. Just looking at the goal rankings again, the Jordan and Jordan axis, still top of the pile. 11 goals for Jordan Rhodes is pretty impressive, seeing as it is match day 11. So that's a goal a game for Big Geordie. Big Geordie, the Flying Scotsman. I don't know what accent that was, but anyway, he's been doing very, very well. So let's see how we're shaping up for this game. Quick look at MK Dons. Quite a similar formation to us. They've got old Matty Upson, the old battler at centre back. Didn't even know he was still playing. Looks like they've got a decent striker, 74 overall, Maynard. Pretty poor midfield again. It does tend to be the teams with not such great midfields that we are able to steamroll, or we have done so far. Whereas Derby, who we played against, was particularly the one team with a really great midfield, and they were a tough matchup. So should be doing all right. Let's have a look at our form. Oh, Jordan's on a blue, and Ulari's on a downward arrow. I would have probably bought in Obby to give him a go, give him a start with Jordan on a blue, but no, he's even worse form. Other than that, Bakali, Veretout and G all on a yellow. That's great news. Henley on a downward arrow. Who can we bring in? We'll bring in Lowe as a stand-in right back, because we don't like to play him on a downward arrow. So it's another away game for Tim Sherwood's Blackburn Rovers. We really need to keep the wins coming in, because Hull City do not look like losing a game at the moment, and we've got Burnley, our local rivals, snapping at our heels, and that derby is going to be a massive game. So we can't be dropping any points, really. We just can't afford it. Such a tight championship this season, and we do want that automatic promotion spot if we can get it. So MK Dons look like they've got a decent striker. I don't know much about them. The 2 games on the road in a row. The last game looked a bit shaky for a while, but we came back to win in pretty convincing style. So let's see if we can manage that here. Straight off the bat, it looks like MK Dons are playing a much more possession-based style. They've got a pretty packed midfield, so maybe we'll look to utilise the old gegenpress and then fast break. That's really well won back there by Evans. Bakali just about gets it through to Spur. Whips in a ball. Evans can't get it. Guthrie was an absolute monster in the last game. Veretout looking for the run of the stand-in right back low. Dummies the shot. Back out to Veretout. Puts in a low ball. Oh, it's well cut out there by the MK Dons player. Oh, Lowe is beaten by Lewington. Ball back out to him is nice. There's some slick passing here from MK Dons. It's a good ball in. Falls to Baker, the overhead kick. Whoa! What a chance there for MK Dons. First chance of the game. And it would have been a spectacular overhead kick finish from Baker. It's wide of the right-hand post. Carly sizing up his man here. He's dropping off. He knows the pace of the Belgian. Ball into Ng. Knocks it back to Veretout. Left foot finish. It's fallen to Ng and he pokes him with his left foot. Is he offside? He's not. Is he? He is. I don't know what was going on there. And he's offside. That's unfortunate. It looked like he was, though. No, he's gutted. I know, mate. Oh, when the knockdown came in from the Veretout chance, he was offside. Little sniff there, a goal there for Ng. It's all he needs. He is a player in form at the moment, definitely. MK Dons with this short passing style are going to have to be very confident in all their passes. The more passes they make, the more chances for the geezer press to close in. And Evans is the main proponent of that, and he's won it back there with style. Good ball through to Spur. Spur with the ball into Rhodes. Oh, that's a poor ball to Bakali. Unfortunate. Rhodes normally pretty good at that link-up ball. Set up Bakali for the first goal in the last game. All good play here from MK Dons. It's going to be difficult for us to get a lot of possession in this game. 30 minutes in already, and I can't imagine we've had much possession at all. It's these positions that we need to exploit. A bit of space here, loads of space. We've got men over. Bakali, and there it is. There it is. That's what we needed. MK Dons were always playing a difficult game against this intense, speedy Blackburn team. And when play broke down for MK Dons, it was everyone forward for Blackburn. There was about 4 or 5 men steaming forward with maybe only 3 MK Dons defenders just about back in position. Bakali had loads of space. Look at that. It's 4 on 3. Evans in there. Rhodes in there. The defender trying to track the run of Evans whilst trying to follow Bakali as well. He steps inside. They step off. And it's his 2-2 for Bakali. He's looking great. That's where we want him. Look at all that space. Not a MK Dons player to be seen. Cuts back on to his favoured right foot with no one around him. The run of Evans takes the defender away. And it's a basic finish. Oh, it's Bakali into Ng. Winger to winger. That's 1-0. MK Dons putting on a good display of passing in possession football. They lacked the cutting edge. Look at that, 60%, but no shots on target. Whereas, with 3 tackles, 5 interceptions, only 40%, but 4 shots on target. And most importantly, a goal. Blackburn executing the geezer press to perfection. Let's see what we can put together in this half. I think we've got the mark of this team here. We know exactly what they're going to do. We've got Bakali in a bit of space. The low ball into Guthrie. Looking for his 2nd goal in 2 games. Can Spur keep it in? He can. Nice ball there into Duffy. Back from injury after a month out. Low into Guthrie. Good interchange there. Looks for Ng. Back out to Low. Can he beat his man? He can. Cuts back inside, but Lewington just about wins it back off the right back. But Guthrie in super strong again. Oh, tries to pull it back to Veretout, making a late run as he loves to. Oh, this is dangerous here. Maynard can low cut it out. He can. Great play. Just about keeps it in as well. Guthrie the ball over to Veretout. Oh, not quite. Veretout made a great run though. Oh, it's unfortunate. Oh, cleared off the line by the MK Dons player. MK Dons looking to launch the break here, but Guthrie, what can you not do? Jordan Rhodes, little chip off the bar. Guthrie wins it back, finds his teammate Jordan Rhodes again, as he did in the last game, and it is a deft chip in off the underside of the bar from the Flying Scotsman. That's 12 goals in 12 games. Can this man be stopped? Can this man be stopped? Danny Guthrie, just an animal in midfield at the moment. It's a good, well-weighted ball into Rhodes. And it is a cultured chip in off the underside of the bar. And that's 2-0. Guthrie wins it back. Hands off the player. Rhodes with a lovely little chip. It's good play for Blackburn there. Game looks to be in our hands now. Really well tracked back by Spur there. He was out of position. He worked so hard to get back in. And that's an errant pass there from Evans. Preston looked to make something out of this. That's a good ball through to Hodgson, who's got space to look up, pick out one of the 3 MK Dons shirts in the middle. But Spur says, not today, my friend, not today. And then he's off. Great speed, battling. He's done really well. They're all standing off here. Could this be another goal for Tommy Spur? Takes a shot, but it's straight at the keeper. Well cut up by Evans. Evans and Guthrie have been so strong this season as a midfield partnership. Ball through to Ng. This should be 3. Clinton, left foot finish. Thank you very much. That's 3-0. Looks like it's bedtime for MK Dons. And Blackburn with a successful trip down south. And that's a 3rd goal. Guthrie, simple ball into Ng. Just lays it off to Veretout. The defender had committed himself. And Veretout runs into the space. Finishing with his left foot. Simple finish, simple goal. See, once again, it has been pretty easy this game. And I was asked in the comments, what level am I playing this on? Which I believe was maybe a question as to maybe this is all looking a little bit easy. And yeah, fine, I completely agree. It is too easy. And I think that is a belief that is held by a lot of Pro Evo players this year. That the AI, even on Superstar, which I can confirm I am playing on, even though we're winning games 3-4-0 at a canter, the AI on Superstar just isn't quite right. There needs to be some tweaks here. I did start this game before the latest Euro 2016 sort of update. I think there might have been, having played that mode, Euro 2016, a few little tweaks to maybe the keepers. But in terms of defending, which is the issue, good save there as I talk about keepers by John Steele. But yeah, the defending is pretty poor, even on Superstar. I think we will find there is a big step up in class outside of the Championship. I think one of the main problems with difficulty that we've got in this, in PES 16, is that the defenders at lower levels, such as the Championship, are really quite shit. And which makes these games early in the season... Oh, Laurie unable to do anything again. He's having a mare. He's a bit of a donkey. Anyway, early in the game, these games against Championship opposition can be pretty easy, especially with signings that we've made. Quick, tricky signings, really like Bakali, are very difficult for the AI to mark. They don't have the intelligence, the defensive positioning and intelligence, and also one of the things they seem to be missing is just the drive. They don't close down players. They let players run at them far too easily. So, yeah, some of these games at the moment, we are winning a little bit easily. I'm not the best Pro Evo player in the world. I've been playing for a good few years. As I'm just chatting away, rambling on, that's a goal back to MK Dons. Not really paying attention here, but I think we've probably got this game pretty much sorted. But that is a shame. But as I was saying, I'm not the best player in the world, but at this early stage, I mean, look at this, the way that Veritu's just able to just stroll through there. And it's an easy finish. I think that's a good example. It will get more difficult though, I know that, and the derby games will be tough. Playing against the low end of the Championship teams, especially with a team like Blackburn, who I've created. Oh, it's a nice bit of judo there from Zaki, from little Zach. But yeah, playing against these lower level Championship teams, when you've built a decent Championship side like Blackburn, is always going to be pretty easy. But yeah, that will get a lot harder when we reach the Premier League. If we reach the Premier League. I think we might. We'll see. But yeah, Jordan. Easy. Tired legs there on the MK Dons defenders. And an easy finish for the talisman, Jordan Veritu. Let's hope we can sign him on a full transfer. I know we've only got him on a loan. And I shouldn't think that Villa would want to give him up now. He's by far and away the Championship's leading player. But maybe we can... maybe Tim can convince him to sign a full contract after his loan expires. Well, I'd be interested, now I've been blabbering on, I'd be interested to hear your opinions on the difficulty of Pro Evo this year, especially when it comes to the AI. I still enjoy the challenge, and, I've not won every game this season. I haven't lost a game yet, sure. We do have a good team, and, nearly a fifth there. We do have a decent team, so we should be winning games, really. We've got the squad to win games in the Championship, and we shouldn't really be losing. The overall, I think, will be pretty high. We've got very good players up front. So, there's realism and there's realism. I think we're probably not far off. There we go, actually a pretty close game. 50% each way. We've had a few more shots on target. We've been pretty clinical in terms of goals. And John Veritu, unsurprisingly, man of the match, but it's a good game all round there. Hanley and Duffy, not really much to do. So that's another win. Hull City scraping a 1-0 against Middlesbrough. Burnley winning as well, so the pressure remains on. But we seem to be a little bit of daylight appearing now between the top three and the rest of the table. So it's going to be really a battle between Burnley and Hull and ourselves for those automatic promotion spots. But if goal difference comes into it, which it may well do, we're sitting pretty here on 26 at the moment, almost 10 goals ahead of Hull City, so that's pretty decent. Although Hull City's defence has been miserly. Look at that, 4 goals against all season. Now that is impressive, so it's going to be a good game. So that is all we have time for today. Our team spirit, look at that, 87 team spirit. We're really kicking into gear now. And look at that goal ranking. We are dominating. We are scoring a lot of goals. We've got a blistering attack. We've got Leeds coming up next. And then after that, we've got the top of the table clash with Hull City. That is going to be a big one. I'm really looking forward to that. So join me in the next episode for that. If you've got any comments, got any ideas of how you would like this story mode to be played, things that you might want to see from Tim, or even just enjoyed it and you want to tell me how great I am or how great this series is, or the opposite, you want to tell me, just stop it. Just stop. Go home. Leave it. Then do that as well. Give me a like, subscribe if that's your thing. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you in a bit.